last time on the results-driven fitness show.
Training and how we use the developmental sequence to regenerate human movement. We're a gym. But what do we do here at Results Driven? Now, people's concern when they hear strength training is that they're going to get hurt, or that they just don't know what to do, so they just do nothing at all. That's why I love our system. Welcome back, everybody. This is the Results Driven Fitness Show. On this week's show, we're talking about mobility, what it means to be mobile, and different ways to acquire it for life. This is episode 33. Let's get started.
Where are the results?
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Mobility is something we learn about from the time we're in elementary school, doing all different kinds of stretching like this, and like that, and like this. We're told this is the way to stretch to stay flexible. Some of us were able to stay flexible, but some of us weren't. I personally didn't feel flexible until I started following our fitness system. For years, I used foam rolls and lacrosse balls, following stuff I found on YouTube, and I'd still do 30 minutes of foam rolling before just a 30-minute workout. Then the next workout, I'd have to do the same thing. If one of the biggest obstacles to fitness is time, spending a half hour warming up probably isn't efficient. Are you one of those people? If you are, how can you make your warm-up more efficient and make the mobility you create stick? The first place you want to look is the corrective algorithm from the FMS. Stretching falls short as an effective strategy for mobility when you don't use complementary exercises to teach the body to control the new range of motion you've created. So what strategies are there to create mobility? For us, there's two approaches that we use. One is a breathing-based strategy. The other one is a tension-based strategy. Breathing-based strategies would include exercises like crocodile breathing, supine breathing, 90-90 breathing, and any T-spine rotations. These exercises focus on putting the body in different positions and finding that nutritious diaphragmatic breath. This breath, that deep belly breath you hear about in yoga, relaxes the body and allows us to get deeper into the stretch. Movements like 90-90 breathing and bretzel address the hips. Crocodile breathing and T-spine rotations generally address shoulders and mid-back. The other option is your tension-based strategies. These are the not-so-fun options, but they are effective in creating mobility as well. Some examples lately that we've been using would be quad hip rotations with a tennis ball, tactical frog scapular rotations, and a hip flexor stretch using a mini band. Here, we're using an external object like the floor, ball, or band to create tension throughout the body and increase your range of motion. Now, the process does not stop here. Traditionally, after stretching, people would break into their general workout, jumping on the treadmill, lifting some light weights, and then going back to more cardio. At RD, we make sure we're doing those complementary exercises to teach your body to control that new range of motion. This links back to our previous episode on the developmental sequence. Standing is one of the most demanding positions you can be in for your nervous system. Now, you may have been standing since you were a toddler, but that doesn't mean it's still not something that takes the body a lot of work. By working our way closer to the ground and doing exercises while lying on our back, on all fours, in half kneeling and in tall kneeling, we're taking some of the burden off of the nervous system and allowing it to acquire that new range of motion that you worked so hard for in your warm-up. As long as the exercises don't violate your movement profile, over time you will start to feel more mobile and loose, and that 30-minute warm-up can turn into a 10-minute warm-up before you get back into action for your workout. General guidelines for potential violations would be, if you can't touch your toes, avoid deadlifting and bias more split stance exercises like split squats or carries. If you can't reach over your head comfortably, avoid loaded overhead exercises and bias more horizontal pulling and pushing exercises like rowing and planks. Becoming more mobile is possible. We see it every day. People stretch using breathing or tension-based strategies, then perform a variety of exercises in different positions. It really is that simple. Kind of. Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Results-Driven Fitness Show. On next week's episode, we're going to tackle the old no pain, no gain adage. And here's a preview. That's a pretty dumb idea. In the meantime, please make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, follow us on all the social medias. Thanks for watching.